Welcome you back to Wichita. On your left there, Fred Schreier, the CEO and Commissioner of the PBA. On the right, Tom Clark, Vice President and COO. Those two have been very busy this offseason, coming up with some new attacks for the PBA. And there's some Japanese fans behind them. I speak fluent Japanese, Randy. The translation of that is, Randy, super hot American Peterson.
Thank you, Rob.
You're super welcome. Here's a look at Norm Duke, down 12, as Sean Rash will step up to finish his effort here in the 6th. Started with 4 strikes and then a spare. All right. You wanted history today. You got a chance for it.
Well, that was one of the fastest pocket 7-10s you'll see, and only 3 players have made it on television in the history of the PBA. Mark Roth did in 1980, John Mazza and Jess Stayrook, the last to convert the 7-10 split. If anybody can make the 7-10 split on television, Sean Rash can.
Hasn't been done since '91. Whoa, boy. Boom.
Here it comes.
Yeah! Good effort. Good effort.
And I said he had a chance because he throws it so hard. He has the opportunity to make those pins come out of the back there, and that one just came in front of the 7-pin.
We're going to have to check that 10-pin for a laceration. Now, is that the 10-pin?
Yeah, the sweep didn't get it. We're going to have it removed from that left channel.
They're going to take that 10-pin to a wake right now.
All right, another good shot. Come on.
So after starting with 4 strikes, it goes spare, open frame for Sean Rash.
It's amazing how well he's bowled, considering how fidgety he's been through 6 frames.
Probably about the 4th instance already where he's had to kind of pull back at some point. There he goes. Bounces back. Sean's parents in attendance. Gene and Diana, all the way from Anchorage, Alaska.
Nice people, very nice people. I talked with Sean's dad a little bit this morning before coming on the air. And right now, Norm Duke finds himself with a 1-pin lead because of the pocket 7-10 left by Sean Rash.
Big opportunity for Duke in the 7th. And he capitalizes. What a run at the end of the last season. He rates it as the #1 set of moments in his career. Telling us last night, quote, you know, I didn't think the game of bowling could give me that feeling anymore. And he was joking with us, saying, you know, I'd call Randy every day after winning that U.S. Open. Randy, I won the U.S. Open. Randy, I won the U.S. Open. Get off the phone, Norm. I got to spend time with the kids.
What was the one tournament that he most coveted?
2 in a row.
And there's your adjustment. You know, it looked like he moved a bit inside and just picked his speed up a little bit. Norm Duke has made a fortune playing that part of the lane, keeping his hand behind the bowling ball, and just that end-over-end, really soft roll.
Rash, a 2-time All-American in 02 and 03 for the Shockers. His 3rd season as an exempt bowler. Oof.
And again, another good shot, but because of the velocity and amount of revolutions that Sean Rash is putting on the bowling ball, that ball is coming in at such an angle. That's why he left such a violent ringing 10. Norm Duke, much softer with the speed, keeps the pins a little bit lower, but watch just how fast the 6 goes around the 10. And now Sean Rash finds himself in a very precarious situation, and one that he's not accustomed to. He's trailing in this match.
Again, Rash undefeated in singles competition on television, 7-0. It's going to be awfully tough to get to 8-0 at this point. His last 4 frames: spare, open, strike, spare.
Cha-ching.
Those days.
Another shot clock violation, another $500. We are now up to $1,600 in this one game.
Not out of it yet.
I'll tell you what, with the exception of the one shot that went high, he's hit the pocket every ball and done extremely well, and he gives himself a chance by striking in the 9th frame.
Great shot.
He can now strike out in the 10th to shoot 236. Norm Duke is only at a 227 pace right now.
But if he strikes out, he'll be at 257. And he will not strike out.
And this time he doesn't trip the 4-pin. Look, a little bit soft out of his hand. And now we have a possibility of a tie.
At 4-pin has been an issue for him. He left it in the 2nd. He had 2 trip 4 strikes in the 3rd and the 5th, and leaves it again here in the 9th.
Norm Duke needs to strike out the 10th frame to force Sean Rash to strike out in the 10th frame.
This is getting good, folks.
We have sorry, Rob, we have the possibility of sudden death here in our opening match. The PBA World Championships.
Norm Duke has won 5 majors, 2 of them last season. Well, you're like your money on this guy in this type of situation.
Yeah, and I think he's on his good lane. I think he likes this lane. He's made the adjustment now, and I think he's found a home. As you see, that ball's just buried high flush right into the 1-3.
It has been nothing but strikes on this right lane. Another.
And that's the big one. For the future Hall of Famer, who in my opinion will go into the Hall of Fame in January, coming through in the clutch, and all 3 just mirrored shots.
Whenever you see that walk away to the right, you know it's a good thing. So Randy, set the stage for Rash. What does he have to do?
3 in the 10th, anything less, Norm Duke advances. And another.
It's only appropriate to take
buck.
the time.
It's like we're running a telethon here. We should have a tote board behind Rash and all the money that he's going to be contributing to the PBA fund.
But every time he's taken a shot clock violation, he's struck.
Except for there, when he needed it most.
In his first loss ever on television due to bad pin carry. That's a pretty good shot there. He leaves a solid 9. Norm Duke moves on. Watch this. The bowling ball is going to go right past the 9-pin. Bang! That's all that power, speed, and revolutions. Sometimes it can hurt you. In this match, it did.
So history is still alive for Norm Duke. He is 1 win away from becoming the first on PBA Tour history to win 3 consecutive majors. As Sean Rash, the local product, bowls out.
Nothing to be ashamed of. Bowled a great game.
236, 215, your final. 9 strikes. for Duke in that semifinal. So now he's going to have to sit and wait to find his competition, Steve Jarris or Chris Barnes. So Storm and Norman rolls on. And when we return, history takes center stage. Dick Weber from 65, Bo Burton Live, and the all-time top 50 player list begins to be unveiled.